Hello, and welcome to a intimate version of Honest Trailer Commentaries for The Incredibles 2. Hopefully you just watched Incredibles 2 Honest Trailer, and then you come check this out to get me and Joe and Dan's MIA thoughts about the film, a little behind the scenes.
We'll speak for Dan.
We'll speak for Dan. I don't like anything!
Yeah, I'm Dan! I'm going to be very frustrated that that's your impression of me.
I hope he doesn't watch this. He likes lots of things.
He does.
I don't like anything. And if you stick around, there'll be some deleted scenes, which I hope you do like.
Yeah. It really is not fair. You don't like anything, and he likes a lot of things.
He likes plenty of things.
Yeah.
And so do I. Sorry, we were just talking about Space Cowboys before this video started.
No, everything's off.
Yeah, all I can think of
It's a good movie.
is how many horses Clint Eastwood killed on his way to the moon.
The first
and
time
that's what I'd rather talk about. But whatever, Incredibles 2, it's a sequel to Incredibles. You saw the first one, it was delightful. You saw the second one, it was nice. You probably forgot about it, but you also enjoyed it.
Yep.
And that makes for some tough, honest trailering, don't it, Joe?
It really do, Spencer.
It's tougher than going to the moon when NASA won't even return your phone calls.
Yeah. I mean, I was just a simple banker from Boston trying to get my wagon to the Oregon Trail, which is on the moon.
You chose banker?
It was that's how you
loser.
That's how you bought the most ammo. Ugh. I was in it to shoot buffalo, man. I didn't care if I forded that river or not.
I was a whatever the broke one was, and I tried to just make it there alone and have everyone else die. That was the real victory.
That was the first time I ever narked on a kid, was playing Oregon Trail.
What?
Yeah.
What do you narc on a kid for playing Oregon Trail for?
We were in like the computer
Having
lab
fun?
in like second grade.
Yeah.
And one of his people died, and on the tombstone he wrote Dolly Parton has big boobies. I told on him.
You told them for telling the truth?
Yeah.
Oh, Joe. The Incredibles 2 is a film from Brad Bird and Pixar Entertainment. It features a family of superheroes.
It does.
God.
They basically made a perfectly good Marvel movie. It was
Totally,
fine.
perfectly good Fantastic Four sequel. They learned to work together as a family.
Again, yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah.
They tried out some of the old favorites. So that there Edna, she's got a fun bit again.
Frozone's wife sure does yell at him.
She yells at him. He yells back, and they do some world saving from a tech genius who secretly is a supervillain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just sent you guys like a super rough draft and some notes, and then said I'm going on vacation. You guys finish this.
That's fine.
I picked a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was fine. You left us a perfectly good, a perfectly serviceable rough draft.
Yeah. It's great.
And this movie again, it's fine. It's like a good superhero movie, but I think I expect more from Pixar than.
Yeah,
that.
I expect more from Pixar on a messaging and storytelling perspective. It looks incredible. Like, this is one of the best looking animated films I've ever seen. Just the action sequences are so cool.
That's really all I remember about it now, though, is like the Elastabike chase.
Yeah. But I feel like the Pixar movies, they have such a clear message, or not even a message, but just like a feeling that you can attach to, like Toy Story. And it's usually a real thing where it's like Toy Story is about the fear of being like left behind for something new, the fear of like growing up and growing out of something. And you can do that through all of their best works. But this one, it's like, what is it about? Is it like I'm awesome and everyone else is holding me back?
Yeah,
is that the point? But then I should also check myself. But then also I don't really. But I shouldn't have to.
Because the first one is about coming to terms with middle age and recognizing that your glory days are done.
Broken marriage and like how can we bring the excitement back into our lives and like live joyously again?
Yeah, this one's just like, we want to shoot baby lasers at people and screw you if you won't let us.
Yeah, and then there was kind of like there was a half step towards an interesting point with Screenslaver and like you. Yeah, you need to get off of your screens and but that's
There's
a weird message coming from the villain.
Yeah, and well, not considering who made the movie,
right? Which we talk about
a little bit. But yeah, I don't think the last thing Disney wants is for everyone to be like, what villains they weren't absolutely right, and I disagree with what they did, but good points. Thanos, Screenslaver, wanting us to stop watching stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Mixed
They
feelings.
skirted it.
Yeah, they skirted it.
Yeah.
Didn't fully. It wasn't. There's a certain clarity to most Pixar films as far as story goes that I think was missing here.
Yeah, I agree.
But still a fun ride.
You want to look at the
Good
thing?
time. Yeah, let's look at the thing.
Didn't you miss it?
Yeah, a little bit.
14 years after you fell in love with The Incredibles, your favorite super family returns with an all-new adventure.
That was the best
featuring
scene, is
surprise
the
twists
yeah,
that will
fight.
keep you guessing,
Although-
unless you remember anything at all about the first movie.
You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes.
Superheroes
Pause.
keep up.
Just briefly on the raccoon thing. Jack is watching television and he's watching a old timey thief hold people up. I think at a jewelry store. He's robbing someone.
Yep.
And he makes the connection by looking at the thief with the black mask.
Yep.
And then he looks at the raccoon whose fur pattern is similar. And
Which is
that's what-
profiling, and that's bad.
Not only is it profiling, and but doesn't his whole family wear the exact
Yeah,
same
that's
little
not a
black
good
mask?
idea. That's a really bad idea.
Yeah, he's gonna go after them as soon as they change into costume.
Look, man. Completely. We went a little harder on it in a couple of earlier drafts of this, but I think my Jack enjoyment varied from the enjoyment of
lot of
other
people-
people's Jack.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think that it didn't totally service the story. It was just like, here's fun side cartoons. It reminded me of the cat and mouse in Cinderella, where it's like, we're gonna pause
Yeah.
on Cinderella and show some Looney Tunes.
Yeah, mine was more like, oh, Minions. I get it.
Ooh, don't.
Look,
Jack
the
is no minion.
The Minions are they're fun in the first one.
Little sprinkle them in, yeah.
Yeah, a little sprinkle of Jack would have been fine, but then everything became about, anytime the movie was like, and here's a nice, here's Jack, and he's pooping his little teleport diapers.
They knew they had a hit.
yeah.
All right, keep going.
Especially your heroes.
Superheroes keep us weak.
It's a safe bet, actually. Pixar's target demo was Jack's age back then. Incredibles 2. Experience fan-favorite director Brad Bird's 6th feature film, and his 4th about how regular schmucks like us need to suck it up and let the gifted
Pause.
play by their own rules.
I mean, that's the common theme, whether he will admit it or not. It's Tomorrowland is about the geniuses need to have their
they
own
just have their
place
own
and to
city.
leave us behind. Same with the Incredibles. They don't need to obey the law or go through criminal process.
This brilliant rat gets to do his thing in a
Rats
kitchen.
get to touch our food just because he's really good. All right, I'll give him that one. But
Still
look,
my favorite Pixar movie.
I think that the charitable reading of him isn't that he's like a Ayn Rand, like the individual is supreme person.
The
He's,
Frozone head.
yeah, I was looking at his career, and like he was one of those guys that clearly was a genius and was really struggling until middle age. Like he was just kind of kicked around and didn't. His animation ideas were rejected, and he finally was like, "See, like I was
Yeah.
right all along."
Yeah,
And
yeah. I get it.
So I think it's probably more autobiographical than it is like,
Write what you know.
yeah, write what you know.
Right,
I'm
how
a
you
genius,
feel.
and you
Yeah.
all need to get out of my way.
And Dolly Parton.
As you know what? Has
In a Pixar
typhoid.
film
She
that
has died.
continues their tradition of passable sequels that don't hit the mark of the first one, except that one time when it was even better, and that one time when it was so much worse.
Agent, you mean like insurance rate? Like a good neighbor, Mater is no!
Suit up
Pause.
once more.
Someday we're just gonna start releasing John's unused vocal tracks because we have like 30 great takes of John just screaming no for this.
Good. Well, you got the best one.
Yep, definitely.
Paid off.
Suit up once more with The Incredibles. Bob is a dad who just wants to turn his children into living weapons,
Yeah, it's creepy how excited he is by that.
while Helen just wants a cool action set piece of her own for once. Last time, they learned to trust each other and fight crime as a family unit. After a mishap where one of the parents did illegal hero work on behalf of a techno genius who turned out to be a villain, and the public learned to love superheroes again. Now, after 15 minutes of erasing all that progress,
So now we've got to go back to never using our powers.
watch the Pars learn to trust each other again and fight crime as a family unit. again. After a mishap where one of the parents does illegal hero work again on behalf of a techno-genius again, who turns out to be a villain again. And the public learns to
I
love
can see why you
superheroes
didn't want to
again
come back to
again.
do a sequel.
And if you think
Yeah,
they're going to
like,
mess with
I
this
don't
formula
really
for the next one,
have a
I can
new
give you 1.2
idea.
billion reasons why they
Don't
won't.
do it again, I guess. If you don't
Looking
want
to
to see
spoil the
Tomorrowland.
fun
And
is
he
the
did.
evil screenslaver, a villain who uses screens to hurt people, including the audience. She believes
didn't put a
heroes
clip of
are a
that in the,
dangerous menace we shouldn't rely on.
I think it was
which
the scene
movie
where they're
never
fighting
really
inside
disputes.
the pause for a
lab.
second. Yeah, they're fighting inside a
The apartment or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like a cage,
Which is a great
full of
sequence.
screens.
Credit
Awesome
where
sequence.
credit's due. Hurt people.
Hurt me.
Yeah.
Not triggering an epileptic seizure, but I was like, oh, this is, oh.
See, I watched this on a laptop, like the experience calls for.
No, this was definitely like that that Pokemon scene where let me find the Pokemon. Come on, it's in there somewhere.
It's there.
It's
I believe you
Poly
so much.
Poly something.
Polyamorous.
No.
Polly Pocket.
Poly whatever. All right, he's flashing red and blue real fast, and
Okay.
then Pikachu fights him, and I'm like, wow, this would put me into a seizure.
Everything
if I tried.
hurts.
Yeah. Kids, man, they can take it. Or can they? Let's keep going.
Let's find out.
After this message.
We shouldn't rely on, which the movie never really disputes.
That's a rocket launcher.
Oh yeah,
It
they're
has some incredibly
totally
solid
dangerous.
points about the harm of society's nonstop consumption of media,
Break a sweat. Participate in life.
which of course makes her the villain in a Disney movie. Shut up, evil lady that wants us to go outside. Real heroes are already subscribed to Disney's streaming service. Woohoo! Look at all that IP. Oh, yeah. Give me all up in that IP, man. I want to bathe in it.
Sweet
So
IP.
enjoy a film with the exact same dynamic as the first time around. That's still incredibly charming. And holy moly, does it look good. But after 20 films, if another Pixar movie has a chase scene for a climax, I'm gonna dash myself off a cliff.
They really gotta halt this. The Pixar chase.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick.
Stop chasing.
Look at all those.
There's other ways to end a film, you know. Why don't you switch things up with a huge world-ending threat that like menaces people by projecting some kind of like sky beam or something? Wait,
I guess it's
what
because
am I saying?
well,
I've
pause.
become what I hate the
Because
most.
it's like a kids movie can't end with like a murder out to the
Or-
death, or can it? Toy Story 4, they're all just ripping each other apart
Yeah.
like battle bots.
Yeah. That's the Toy Story 4 I want. Just full Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Just fluff going everywhere. Yeah, and a nice plastic mist.
Yeah, I guess that is the only kid-friendly action scene is the chase. It's
Yeah.
like tag, I'll get you.
Do some. Yeah, that's all I can think of. I was like, maybe they can solve a big puzzle, and then I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever thought of. Maybe they can pump the brakes, and I'll sit down and have a nice brain teaser,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
like
know.
the one at Cracker Barrel where you jump the golf tees.
Sorry, what?
You ever been to a Cracker Barrel?
Not in a decade.
There's a little brain teaser,
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel,
Okay.
and it's a little triangular block of wood.
Yeah.
And there's little golf
Golf
tees.
tees.
And except one of the holes is empty, and you got to jump golf tees.
Dark
And,
times before iPads and
Yeah,
and
no,
phones
absolutely.
could distract a kid.
Yeah, no.
There's some golf tees,
Now
Junior.
Cracker Barrel has an iPad at the table, and you open it, and there it is.
Golf
A
tees.
digital
Drag
triangular
and
block
drop.
of wood.
Whoa, this is so much better. There's microtransactions. You can buy Incredibles 2 golf tees.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, let's keep going.
Never mind. Chase away to infinity and beyond. Starring Down with a Thickness, Triangle Man, Streaks and Geeks,
They're all
Cash
outtakes from Incredibles
Phantom
1, I believe.
Threadnut,
Two.
Samuel Elsa Jackson,
No, one of them is.
Bob Odenkirk, and Catherine Keener just really wanted to play another hypnotist. Run, Frozone, run! Super Smash Bros. Sisters, moms, and dads.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, very excited for.
Have power.
Jack has
God, they said that so many
Yeah,
times.
Incredibles. Everyone knows Jack Jack has powers. We found out in the last movie, and Rick Dicker found out from the babysitter in Jack Jack Attack. Kind of surprised he didn't clue you in on all this. That's a real Rick Dicker move. Rick Dicker. That's a funny name.
Nice job. Yeah, they
It
also
is.
really expected the audience to remember and have a lot of affection for Rick Dicker from Incredibles 1.
Oh, yeah,
who
they
I'm-
really. Oh, man.
They're like, goodbye, Rick. We're gonna miss
Oh.
you. You've done so much. Like, who was he from the first
dear
one?
favorite character.
Yeah. Sleepy government agent.
They also really expected, like, I was, when everyone's like, Jack has powers, I was like, yeah, he like, you're all staring at him in the air because Jason Lee had him.
Yeah.
And then he turned into a big old pink monster. And you were looking.
Y'all were looking.
Y'all were looking. And then, yeah, it was,
You can't
the
do
thing
that
blew
again.
up above him.
Yeah.
Y'all saw him.
Y'all saw that.
Y'all saw that.
Got the evidence. Okay, let's see what you guys didn't see on these here deleted scenes.
And if you think they're gonna mess with this formula for the next one, I can give you 1.2 billion reasons why they won't. 1.2 billion? Holy crap. That's like supervillain money. Starring
He said million once.
Papa Smirk, Dashboard Confessional,
Pause.
Kid Flash, Flash in the
Pause. We were really trying to, Joe, you really wanted to
I really wanted to
make this work.
Sometimes Spencer will be like, hey, you were supposed to have this done hours ago, and he'll find out that I've just spent like the morning trying to make one pun work.
Dash.
Like
Yeah,
I
his
really
name's
wanted
Dash. How could
I
we
really
do?
wanted Dashboard Confessional to work. It never did.
It never did. So you in the
Dash
comments below,
floored.
now's your chance. Try to make a pun that makes sense with
Dashboard Confessional.
Confessional and The Incredibles 2. That was the best we could do.
Yep.
So the challenge is open starting now. I won't be checking. Keep going. Anytime.
No. Kid Flash, Flash and the Furious, not an invisible girl, not yet an invisible woman, Ultraviolet.
That joke's become like the
Toru.
SNL sketch that never gets
Scene
made.
Titan
Yeah.
Go, Polymorphin PIxar Rager. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they freeze in hell.
I like that one.
The Winter Soldier, Mr. Showboat,
Show
as
reference.
Mean on TV, Evelyn Endeavor, Evil Endeavor. Oh, now I get it. You only gave Isabella Rossellini like 2 lines? Okay. And The Incredibles 3. And The Avengers.
That's good.
Super Bad. Jack featuring The Incredibles.
Man, hope he does good work.
Hey guys, the baby was cute and everything, but take a cue from Gru. A little Minions goes a
Oh, you-
long way.
You had a Minions tag.
It was in there.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Everybody liked Jack just a little more than me.
You're off the Jack train.
Yeah, just not on that. Grinch and Jack, just two things I'm not on board with.
Wait. Apparently, I missed a whole thing where you hate the Grinch last week.
Yeah, you did.
I leave
It's
for
fine.
1 week and now you hate the Grinch without telling me.
Yeah, I had a bad day. So you had a bad day. Yeah, it was
You
fine.
saw.
Saw a Grinch billboard. Then you turned into Michael Douglas from Falling Down.
Shot a guy on the subway because you saw a Grinch billboard. I know I'm Mr. Hanky all of a sudden.
So you saw a Grinch billboard.
Now you're gonna die. Joe, it sounds like you need a vacation, man. We should trade off.
Man, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you can take one, man. I think. Can you?
You know what? No matter where I go in the continental U.S. and possibly the globe, there will be a green Grinch billboard
That's true.
somewhere. That's like, stop coming to Italy. We're full, or whatever. So,
Stop coming to Italy.
stop coming
they've
to
just
Italy.
localized it for every nation.
Horribly.
Yeah. There's these movies. They're worldwide. They're worldwide phenomena.
They really
But
are.
it lets us do what we do, and what we do is talk with mild interest about The Incredibles 2 for about 15 to 20 minutes every day.
Hope you enjoyed it.
And that's the Screen Junkies promise.
That's right.
We'll be back next week, hopefully with Dan. We really need him to ground the show.
Jesus, what happened?
I wasn't here for this one. What can I say? This one's on you, Joe. Next week we're gonna give him a little clue. It's a big one, literally. It's very big.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it obvious.
Yeah, no. But it's real big.
Very large. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huge.
There you go. All right. See you next week. Bye bye.